Hello everyone, welcome back. So it is our second to last video for the Hauntober series this year. I hope you're enjoying the Hauntober series. If there's any books you would like me to consider for next year's Hauntober, or even just books in general, then let me know in the comments down below, or you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. If I remember to, I will try to make sure I put the links for all of those down below. That being said, let's move on with the review. So this review is going to be Mystery of Graves Halloween Ball by Sylvia Rojas. Roja? I'm sorry, I probably butchered the heck out of that name. I've always been terrible with pronunciation. One of the great failings of my life. So, this story revolves around Essie and Ebony Rose. They are sisters. They are also fashion designers. And they were surprised to learn that they have been invited to the Graves Estate Annual Halloween Ball, which is hosted by Alan and Chris Grave. So Essie wants to go. Ebony doesn't want to go. Ebony is the older sister. She's a little bit more serious. She just wants to stay home, work, and then relax with a glass of wine and a book. It's kind of funny because the older siblings on both sets of siblings are kind of similar. They're very much people who enjoy their work. They like to stay home. They like to just have a nice quiet evening. They're not bad or mean people. They're just very introverted. And then of course their younger siblings are the ones that want to go out and party and have fun. Both sets of siblings are very much the same, except they're a different gender. So Essie convinces Ebony to go. Basically, she convinces her that, hey, we can use this event to network and showcase our work, because we're going to make our own costumes, obviously, and get some more clients because they're trying to launch their own fashion house, or I think they're still called fashion houses now. Man, I feel so out of the loop right now. Anyway, so basically we can use this to network, get some more clients, get our name out there, and finally get some real revenue coming in so we can rent our own studio and things of that nature. When in reality, Essie just wants to go party and maybe find a Halloween hookup. So they get to the party, and almost immediately Essie goes to the library that she saw coming into the estate. And that's where she meets Chris, who is basically hiding from the party as well. Alan and Essie meet each other on the dance floor, and surprise, surprise, the four people in question are all dressed up in Alice in Wonderland themed costumes. Essie's dressed as Alice, Alan is dressed as the Mad Hatter. Chris is dressed as the King of Hearts, and Ebony is dressed as the Queen of Hearts. So if that doesn't show you who's pairing up with who, then I don't know what will. The foreshadowing is not very subtle in this one. So as Essie and Alan kind of get to know each other, they start really flirting with each other, and it's pretty clear that they're interested in each other. But before they can really act on that, the major entertainment event for the evening gets started. And I don't know how many of you out there are familiar with the concept of a panic room, or escape room. Sorry, not panic room, escape room. That's a thing where you basically go, you pay people a bunch of money and they lock you in a room, and they give you a starting clue, and each clue leads you to the next clue, and when you've solved the riddle, you can get out of the room. So the entertainment is kind of a game based off this concept, where everybody got herded into a room and locked in, and they all have to find an item that matches the clue in order to go into the next room. And the next room, they're given another clue, they have to find that item. And I forget how many rooms it was total, but there's a few that they had to find the item in question for to get to the next room. But as the evening goes on, it seems to become more and more sinister. People start disappearing. At one point, they mentioned that there is like a loud noise, the sound of a scream, and then what appeared to be blood rushing on the floor. And even the hosts are like, what in the F's going on? This isn't what we wanted. You know, it's supposed to be fun. It wasn't supposed to be like horrifying. Wow, I can't even enunciate today. I'm sorry. But, so they're freaking out. They think there's like a killer in the house. And come to find out that this was all a big, huge decoy that was set up by an employee who set this up to cover up another crime. Which of course I'm not going to give away because it is a fun read, so I want you to go read it. As for character development, there really wasn't all that much in the way of character development. I mean, it's a short story, very much like the review from Monday, Stealing Candy. This isn't like a huge, great American novel. This is not something that you're gonna rant and rave to all your friends and family about how great it was. This is a very quick, very simple Halloween mystery romance. And you know, there's a little bit of a conflict where Essie has a little bit of a commitment issue, but Alan has decided that he wants them to stay together even after the party. And of course there is an epilogue at the end of the story indicating all the wonderful things that happened and the happily ever after. So it was super fun. I mean, there was definitely, with the mystery aspect, there was a lot of suspense in it. I mean, not to the point of like a CIA mystery novel, because it's a very short themed story, but for the length of the story and considering it was all themed, it was very well done. There was a few times where you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? Like at one point I was like, did they piss somebody off and they just decided to take it out on them at Halloween? What? So, and then when you find out what the real crime was, you're like, oh, okay. Should have seen that one coming. But it's a good story. It's fun. I chuckled more than a couple times. There was like one good steamy scene towards the end. And that's about it. I mean, I wish I had more to tell you. I mean, this is 2 reviews in a row that were kind of short, sweet, to the point about a story that was short, sweet, to the point. But I'm hoping the next one will be better. Full disclosure, the review for the next book is one that I previously DNF'd. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish it this time. I think when I DNF'd it before, it was either that I was reading it the wrong season, or it was at a point where I was like really busy and I just couldn't finish it. So I have some time this week. I got both of the reviews filmed within a couple days of each other, so I'm gonna have a little bit more time to dedicate to reading that one. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the review. I look forward to seeing you all at the next one. I love you all. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.